Igbo ọma na-ege ntị, ekelekwanụ m unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Daalụ niile na ụmụ Chineke ka unu si esola anyị ife anyị na-eme n'elu akwụkwọ. Ife anyị na-emekwanụ bụ ka ọ dị mma n'ala Igbo. Ife anyị na-emekwanụ bụ ihe ọbụla ga-eme ka release ya Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, onye ndu, ka ọ pụta na mkpọrọ. Daalụ niile ka unu si esola anyị ife anyị na-eme. Alright, if you have not yet subscribed, make sure na ije subscribe now. Ka you miss any update ọbụla anyị na-drop at Eastern News 24. Alright, biko ejibola na-asị biko daalụ niile na ụmụnne m. Onye ọbụla na sọpọtụ maka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ladies ọ ya dịrị ya na mma, ya dị ka echi ada agwụ agwụ, ọ na-aka kwuru na-akọ ya adị ise. Alright, o nwere audio m fụrụ gbasara maka interview emelụ nwanne anyị gbasara maka sit at home, 14 days sit at home the PM na eze anyị Maazị Simon Ekpa tielu. Isi ka ngosi unu ka unu ga ife nwanne anyị kwuru ebe a nwere m iwe because o nwere ife kọsụrụ sit at home a kwụ na nghọta ife o kwuru ebe a personally gbawana m azị na o wutere m ọfụma n'ife o kwuru, mana nsogbu adịrọ ya. Ife ma bụ na two things ga-adị involve. Ada na-release Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ọ bụ na ndị Eastern politicians a na-achọghị irizi n'ọfụma ife a ga-emetụ facilitate ladies of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ọkwa efu ọ ga-emecha bịa onye ọbụla na-alụ ọ bụla egwuregwu. Alright, this man kwuchara ihe niile okwu nsị ihe njisi ka ngosi unu ya bụ ife ka unu gee ya kwarapidi ka ya then nchọ ka a contribute ori ya comment on the comment section below. Oten na-ekwu unu ga-esi ya bụ ife ụmụ Chineke contribute on your comment, let the world see what is happening and the reason ihe mere start home eje eme ya. Alright, Daluline, over to you.
14 days notice have been issued that will take effect by 31st of July to 14th of August in the Eastern region.
Well, I don't understand the reason for that continuous shutting down of economic activities in the East, all in the name of whoever he is, wherever he is. I do not subscribe to that. Before now, there has been issues on who to follow in the hierarchy of IPOB, who is saying what, and somebody and I look at it, the paper is citing factional leader of IPOB. Who met Simon Ekpa? Where is Simon Ekpa coming to declare himself? Or from what consensus was he able to gather himself and said is the who made him Prime Minister of Biafra in exile? He is trying to rubbish a cause that have come to stay. He's trying to create a problem for us who believed in the cause of IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu was illegally abducted from Kenya back to Nigeria. That very week, the IPOB hierarchy decided that every Monday we will show solidarity to what happened to Nnamdi Kanu and of course the cause of Biafra. Every Monday, it has continued until somebody came from nowhere and said he is autopilot. Go and check the dictionary meaning of autopilot. The principles of IPOB is command and control. What is command and control? You want us to just leave people and people will just destroy a cause that has come to identify with non-violence tag. It's a movement. It has come to stay. They should understand that presently the economy of Southeast has continued to go down the drain. People are losing businesses up and down. Things are happening that are not okay. People are meeting, negotiations are going on. For over how many years now, even under Buhari, Nnamdi Kanu has not been released. The economic situation in East has continued to go down. People are clapping and laughing. They don't know what they are doing. I don't recognize Simon Ekpa as anybody. I recognize whatever comes from IPOB. IPOB is in loggerhead with Simon Ekpa. Where was Simon Ekpa when IPOB was organizing protests? Where was Simon Ekpa when Nnamdi Kanu were everywhere? Because all of a sudden we started hearing different things about IPOB and all that. I'm not comfortable with that. We take instructions from IPOB. He has succeeded in creating fear in the minds of people that is autopilot. What is autopilot? It's a rubbish ideology. Biafra as a nation cannot be under automatic operation. We are human beings. We are not artificial intelligence. How can you say autopilot? So what you want to do is to crash the Biafran cause using their means that is outdated, that's not acceptable by the people. What is he talking about? The Igbo leaders have been up and down. Is it Nnamdi Kanu complaining? Is it Nnamdi Kanu complaining that they are not doing enough to bring him out? Is he not the one that went to court to tell them that they shall allow him to wear Isiago attire? What is this guy trying to create? Is something that personally I support every solidarity for Nnamdi Kanu. Monday has been mapped out for that, so that people can also leverage on other days and make a living for themselves. Nnamdi Kanu will be freed. As I'm talking to you, he will be freed. But for this man to come and say that he's locking down the entire East for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, he is being funding. What is the effect? The people that has shortchanged the Southeast are in Abuja. Let him mobilize his voice and go to Abuja. Leave Monday for us to show solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu. Why are they killing Igbos in the Southeast, or in the name of sit at home? Why he is in Finland? Let him mobilize. As Asaredo Kubo was in Aso Rock, he led his voice against IPOB. He came out, but he said he was physically present. Let him come out and stop all the Igbo senators from the Southeast, Igbo House of Rep members, from entering into the chambers until Nnamdi Kanu is released. Do you know how many Igbos that we are talking of Biafra? If somebody peradventure, I know that Monday at least up to 75 to 80% compliance. People have different problems, different orientation, different issues at any point in time that might warrant them to even want to step. If you peradventure all these enforcers, we're able to see them somewhere, they should be able to hold them after the lockdown has ended. Then you release people to go instead of using gun to kill fellow Biafrans. Those people, family you are shooting, and they're going to have kids, they're going to develop hatred for Biafra. Is that how Biafra want to be tomorrow? We need to understand this thing very clearly. Simon Ekpa, respect yourself. We are going to hear another story at the end of the day. If you feel that Nnamdi Kanu is going to die there, you are making a great mistake. Nnamdi Kanu is going to be freed, and we are going to have another direction of how to go about the Biafran cause. I'm saying this without fear or favor wherever you are. A lot of your members have sent me, we are sending me group meetings and all that I should come and be contributing. I said, no, I do not recognize Simon Ekpa. I started having reservation against Simon Ekpa when he started talking about autopilot. He said he's educated. Is he actually educated? What is the meaning of autopilot? Even ordinary plane with drone is being controlled. Why would you say a Biafran cause is an auto movement? He wants it to be crashed, and that is what he's doing now. What I'm saying in essence is this: the IPOB does not agree with what this man is trying to do. A more powerful and all the rest, they don't agree. Who is selling out? Who is trying to disturb? We are trying to see if we can save the life of a young man. Move him out from the detention first. And you are creating more problem that has not been able to have any effect on the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is still going through the court process, even with your so-called sit at home one with 20 days, 1,000 years. Is that how to do something?
If I may come in here, one of his reasons is that the Nigerian government has failed to comply to the rule or the verdict that was given in favor of Nnamdi Kanu. And it appears that the political elite within the eastern region indifference about the sufferings and the pains of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and is not doing anything about that. And they think that the only way possible is civic disobedience, which is part of the sit at home. Don't you think that will send some message to the political elite?
Somebody should sit at home for 2 weeks. You understand? Are there palliatives that has been put in place to cushion the effect? We are not in a COVID-19 era. Even during COVID-19 era, people were allowed to move around with nose mask. You can still manage to move around. This is not a COVID-19 cause. We are talking about a nation that is as old as the earth, and people are beginning to realize their identity as Biafrans. What I expect this guy to be saying is that shut down all the pipelines, oil pipelines in the entire Biafran land, not disturb people. Shut down the lifting of oil in Nigeria. Shut it down completely. Oil exploration, shut it down. All the whole oil workers should leave Biafran land with immediate effect. If you said you are Simon Ekpa and you have the capacity, you are creating enmity. You are shrinking the cause and Biafra movement. Why are you reducing Biafran cause to just an Igbo thing? What is the meaning of sit at home for 2 weeks? The whole world knows that Igbos, the Biafrans, are in solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu. The governors are in solidarity. The House of Rep members are in solidarity. The senators are in solidarity. Let me tell you, this is a political movement. If you want us to talk about the political angle to Biafra movement, we will not discuss it. Okay. Are they going to they have been going to the governor? They have been there. Mbazlike died, begging Buhari to release Nnamdi Kanu before he died. The Buhari, a whole Mbazlike sat down with his wheelchair to Aso Rock. He sat down and asked Buhari to release this man before he died. He want to see Nnamdi Kanu released. What did Buhari do? He said yes. At the end of the day, nothing. The whole Southeast went because of insecurity, whatever. Nobody complied. They did not comply. Are you expecting, unless you want a bloody revolution, then you are not telling them that everybody should now take over his territory by arms? Then we go into full armed struggle against the Nigerian system. If you are saying that the governors are not doing their own bit, which from what I'm seeing, I'm a journalist, I've traveled almost all the states in Nigeria. There's no state I've not been in Nigeria. I've met a lot of them. I understand how some of these things work. But if you are talking to a layman and say they want to see something straight, they are talking because they don't have they are ignorant of certain things. Nnamdi Kanu before he even went to this detention, this current detention, he was telling you, I listened to him. He said he want to go and quash the terrorism tag on Biafra, on him. That he's going to Nigeria, he's going to court. He said it. This is a man who is not afraid to die. This is a man who has refused to compromise. This is a guy that has been resilient. This is a guy that loves Igbos. This is a guy that understands. See, that Biafra is as old as the earth, and there is need for Biafrans to identify with Biafran cause, as in sovereignty, as in freedom, Biafra freedom in African setting. I don't. If we are Simon Ekpa with his resources or whatever contact he seems to have, I would have been expecting by now nobody should be lifting oil in the entire Biafra land. Why the Monday sit at home continues to give the common man an window to breathe while this struggle continues. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You're making a very fantastic point.
Let the one day
Suspending the oil exploration will affect the entire government, not just the southeast.
see, I look at him, and you see, that's why when they were sending me this thing from Finland, some send me message from this thing because of my write up and all that. They say I should come and join autopilot. I told them, what do you mean by autopilot? That was the question. Because from the layman's point of view, if you say that something is on the auto, no control, it that means you want to crash. And I'm saying it categorically that Simon Ekpa should be careful, because you know why he should be careful. We already seen what is happening in some part of the south. A lot of things is going on there. The federal government, so far, the northern Amajiris that are in power, and some southwest betrayers are trying to use the south to whittle down the influence of Biafran movement in the entire Biafran land using south. They should be careful. Simon Ekpa should be careful not to derail the existing negotiations on the ground that has been going on to get everybody on the table. You need to understand my own perspective, that I am not against a solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu. What I am against is the method of which Simon Ekpa, who claimed to be the prime minister in exile, has no thinking faculty, is unreasonable. He's not even qualified to answer prime minister of Biafra in exile. It's unfortunate. We are waiting for Nnamdi. Nnamdi Kanu will be released very soon. That is my prayer. I've seen the signs are there. You understand? God will make a move through the court or through the president himself. Whatever he is, he should be released. He didn't commit any crime. Nnamdi Kanu did not kill anybody. You understand? He's fighting a worthy cause. We have Igbo there. Igbo was also asking for Oduduwa Republic. Nobody killed him. The Boko Haram are asking for Northern Caliphate Republic. Nobody killed them. So why is Nnamdi Kanu own case different? He has gone to court. They have gone through all the court process. He won all his case. To tell you that what Nnamdi Kanu is pursuing is genuine. The lawyers, the Ozakome, all of them that are close to him has been having reservations against these decisions. This guy is being suspected. They should suspect him. See, I hate rubbish. This Simon Ekpa should be taught a lesson. Is it because he is privileged? He's not more intelligent than some of us. Even when he was doing, why did he run for Olympics for Nigeria? If you know that he doesn't like Nigeria, did Nigeria give him? He would have started like Nnamdi Kanu. I've been agitated as a child, as a boy of Government College Omaya, agitated for the freedom of Biafra. As a child, Nnamdi Kanu started as a child, but this guy, Nigeria has patronized him over the years. He has romanced Nigeria to an extent. Nnamdi Kanu has never romanced Nigeria for one day. I want to tell you that the difference is very clear. I'm not going to take any instruction. What is the people is going to deceive are people who are gullible, like all these ones we have out there. Igbo that does not understand something, that believe in use of force. Nigeria will crush you. That is the truth. I've been saying it. They say, I remember what happened when Nnamdi Kanu was during a rendition period. What people were saying up and down. And I told them that, see, when you talk about a nation, you don't just talk about a nation. You talk about a nation with security. You talk about a nation with maritime. You talk about a nation with armor. You talk about a nation with resources. You talk about a nation. That's what makes a nation. If they send a jet fighter there, the only thing, look at what is happening in Ukraine. The only thing people will shout, America, before America will come, thousands would have died. If they are if they don't know what they are doing. It doesn't work like that. Simon Ekpa should be careful. Igbos have died enough. We don't want to use violent approach. And even if we want to use violent approach for final liberation, we will know what to do. And when that time comes, Igbos will not be sitting down. We'll take the fight to the enemy's backyard. That is what I want to say.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time and wonderful submission. It's a pleasure having you. Yes, you're free to respond to this via the comment section. Let's know what is your own impulse or feeling or reaction regarding this analysis, of course, this morning. Don't forget, of course, to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. We appreciate you for your viewership. Thank you. Until the next edition, I remain the host, Anchor Chigos Deep.
Alright, daalụ ndị n'ụmụ Chukwu. Unu anụgonu ka o si wee gbata wee kwuru. Ife nwanne anyị nwoke na-akọwa bụ his own opinion gbasịta maka sit at home the ebo Biafran PM tinyelu Maazị Simon Ekpa tinyelu. Ọ bụ na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bụ na federal government release ya before the ending of this month na a ga-ewe 14 days sit at home. Unu anụgonu ife nwanne anyị nwoke kwuru na ụdị ka uche ya si wee kwuru. Yes, ka efu unu nwere ike ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife. Yes, akabana ka I drop in a comment, ka I push on ya, because if I na-eme bụ anyị na-eme ife ọbụla ga-adị onye Igbo mma, and o nwere ife butere okwu and o nwere ife butere edeji wee ebe nwee. So ihe niile nwere ife kọsụrụ ya, ma the tap root of the problem ekwesịghị isetụrụ ya. Then si maazị ma sita tụọ ma ga na-eme ya ma ọ na-agasị na-eme ya akwụ na nghọta. So ọgwụ nakwa ha m n'ọnụ. Thank you so much for joining us today at Eastern News 24. I see meka Chukwu ka bịa ma gozie niile. Ona kwuru ona kwa ya dị ise.